Hello folks, and welcome to Wisconsin Northland Outdoor Tips with myself, John Myhre, and our co-host Desmond Bennett. And we're going to try to give you some great tips in these series to help you enjoy the outdoors a little bit more and your fishing and boating. You know, if you're getting into a new locator, obviously the more you spend, the better equipment you get. But the new Humminbird series, the Helix series, all the way from the 5 all the way up to the 12, have a lot of common features that they're really good as far as finding fish, finding structure out there. And when you combine them with the Lakemaster mapping, you've got excellent mapping in there. But a few things that you need to do to set up, and a lot of people sometimes get a little intimidated. You got to remember a couple things with them. One, your menu button. Well, look at here, we got some fish on here, but your menu button. You hit that menu button once, it'll give you the menu for that screen that you are in at the time. Whether you're in the map screen, whether you're in the down imaging and the side imaging, it goes to that. You hit it a second time, and you've got this screen here. Now you can scroll across. You can go, you've got your alarm screen, scroll to the right, you've got sonar, you've got navigation, you got chart, you got Humminbird chart, you got setup, and you got your views, and then you got your accessories or your networking over here. First thing I'll tell you people right away is go to setup in a brand new unit. Go to setup and hit the menu button twice, get into setup and go down to user mode. You want to take it out of normal and put it in advanced mode. It gives you more features to go by. The other thing is, now you get out of there, another thing you can do is go to sonar. Typically what I do in the sonar right away is I go to, I try to maximize the amount of screen I have. So the RTS screen, which is your real-time sonar, that's your stripe on the side here, vertical flasher. I will usually turn that off because it gives me a little more screen space, a little bit bigger screen by doing that. The other thing you can look for is your color bar, the color bar on here. If you got that on, you got a color bar that tells you the strength of your signal. The stronger the signal would be yellow on this screen that I've got set up. Usually I turn that off as well because it gives me more screen real estate to work with. And you know, make sure that you're connected with the right transducer setup. Just going through a few things that you can go through here setting up. Usually the switch fire I will run in the clear mode, and if I want a little stronger signal coming back, I will go into the max mode. In this case, it's running with a lot of screen clutter. You can see that here. So I'll go back to, it's picking up everything in the water column. Bug hatch, zooplankton, anything that's in there reflects a sonar signal. So I want to cut some of that out. I'll go to the clear mode and it clears it up. Now I can adjust my sensitivity. As far as adjusting your sensitivity, you can go up here and if you get out of here, go to your menu once. Now you got your sensitivity up here. Generally speaking, somewhere's around 10 to 12. Mid-range is going to be about the best place to set that. If we're dealing with side imaging units where we have side imaging units, we can go through the views here. Here's your down imaging, here's your side imaging. If you want to set up your side imaging, typically there again, I'm going to be at 10, 11, 12 as far as my sensitivity. As far as my side imaging range, keep it somewhere around 70, 75 feet and under usually, because the farther out you go, yes, it can see up to a couple hundred feet out, but what you're seeing on the screen becomes so small that you can't distinguish what you're looking at. So keep it down a little bit. As far as your chart speed, your biggies are your chart speed. Usually I try to run in that 5 range, you know, and try to match your chart speed to your boat speed. Actually, I would rather have my boat speed at around 3 miles an hour and the chart speed maybe a tick or two faster, like 4 or 5. And that's where I try to run at. As far as side imaging colors, I like the amber a little bit more than anything else. You can set it wherever you'd like to have it. A couple other things, so let's see what else we can go into here. If you get into your power button, that gives you some menus too. You can turn, if you network, you can run your trolling motor from that. You can run your sonar from that. And go back to your menu again. Go back to my main screen here and go to my menu. You got sonar colors is another one. You got several different colors. The standard color, I believe, for Humminbird would be a 5 screen. This is one right here. I personally prefer the number 1 palette, which gives me the yellow, the strongest signal be yellow. Those are just a few things that you can go through as far as setting up that Humminbird to get the most out of it. Kind of take it out of the water, play with it, and if you get into big trouble with it, any question you say, well, I messed it all up, basically, if you go back here, hit the menu twice, go over to setup, and go down, you can go back to here and restore system defaults back to factory level and start all over again. You're not going to mess anything up. So there's just a few things that you can do to get more out of your Humminbird locator.